Hey everyone, welcome to the Cologne podcast,
where two best friends give you their uneducated opinion on the world of fragrance.
I'm Myke.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we're covering Greenley by Parfums de Marly. Excellence on Fragrantica says, this is so boring and unoriginal. Oh. There is nothing fantastic about this juice for the price. Forget about it. I love PDM, but they can keep this one and pretty much everything they've dropped since 2018.
Damn.
In one word, yawn.
Wow.
Yeah. Excellence, man. Some hefty hate.
Dude, that was
for Greenley by Parfums de Marly.
We're going to test it today.
That's right. We test in excellence today. We're going to see if Greenley by Parfums de Marly really is shitty.
And if it isn't, we're coming right back around to excellence, and we're going to start dropping haymakers.
Ryan's going to leave a comment underneath his and say, fuck you, excellence. We love Greenley. All right, but before we get to all the hate mail, let's hit up our one-night stand review of Fahrenheit by Dior.
Yeah. One-night stand review.
After spending the night with Dior Fahrenheit.
Oh, that rhymes.
I still stand by the fact that I want a bottle of this. It smells freaking badass.
Man, to me, it just smelled like I accidentally dribbled a little bit at the gas pump. It's not a buy for me. Which, this is good. Okay, so here's the benefit of having two best friends giving their uneducated opinion on the world of fragrances. Is that there are going to be fragrances sometimes that Ryan likes that I hate and vice versa. And that's good for you to know as a listener, because if it was just a single show, everything that Ryan likes, you would probably hate.
Yeah.
But I'm here to make sure that the scales stay balanced.
And everything that Myke likes, you would probably also hate.
You would probably put on your girlfriend.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm going to say this about Fahrenheit. It dried up. It actually got kind of sweet and a little nutmeggy in a sense. I know that's one of the notes. I'm not going to pretend like I know all notes and stuff, but
yeah, you read that on a piece of paper.
I did. But I will say it does match up to my brain. I smelt that. So I will have to say it is an interesting journey for me, and I enjoyed it.
It doesn't stay super gasoline. I mean, but for a couple of hours it does.
Yeah, for a good bit it's there.
So, I don't know. You pick and choose your battles, but on this one, I'd say if you're going to spend the money and you want a baller, manly, musky, out of the ordinary type scent, I still think ombre leather is a way better buy and has way more uses than Dior Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I will agree. The Fahrenheit, even though we said it, ombre leather is definitely you either love it or hate it.
Sure.
And Fahrenheit is in the same vein of that, but I think it's to a much harsher degree.
No doubt.
You will for sure are going to run into people that are going to probably tell you to go take a bath. But
yeah, I mean, they're going to think you work in automotive. So yeah, it's a thought.
Yeah, they maybe ask you to come work on their engine or something.
Yeah. They're like, hey, man. Hey, look, I got this 1968 Ford fill in the blank. I need some. You got a second? You got some jumper cables?
Yeah, I need plugs, caps, wires, rotors.
Yeah.
God.
Well, if you love Dior Fahrenheit and you want to give me a piece of your mind about it, email us at thecolonepodcast@gmail.com. Tell me I'm an idiot.
Please, I would actually really enjoy that. So please hit him up. Let him know he's a dumbass.
Yeah, we'll probably read it out loud. Ryan will laugh the whole time. He'll just kick his feet like a little 3-year-old getting a sucker at the bank.
Oh, God. Hey, guys, if you enjoy this kind of banter and you really do like us and you want to show some support, make sure to hit us up at buymeacoffee.com/Cologne podcast. We really do appreciate it. Anything that's ever sent to us, we actually put it right back into funding the show to help get samples of other things to make the show better. So, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. Now for the scent of the day, let's check out Greenley by Parfums de Marly.
Let's do it.
You do not need much.
Yeah. Man, okay. See, I didn't get this opening that you got. So let me kind of tell a little bit of the story here.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll tell my first real impression of this was actually a couple of days ago. We meet up here at the studio and Myke gets out of his truck. I'm walking up behind him, but as soon as he got out of his truck, whatever he was wearing, it hit me in the most generous way. It wasn't off-putting or offensive. It was a really good smell. And I was like, man, whatever you got on today smells really good. And it did. I was probably walking, 3 or 4 feet behind you, so I could smell it. It was trailing behind you. We come inside the studio, and at some point we walk out of the room that we record these podcasts in to grab some waters or something out of the refrigerator. And I came back in before he did, and the entire room smelled just like this.
Yeah.
And I was blown away, because usually when scents are real powerful like that, they really are kind of off-putting. But this is like there in the most pleasant way. And I am here to tell you, this thing smells absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I'm blown away by this shit.
I love it. And he is right. Sometimes when you're wearing either a scent that is a little overly musky or it's a little overly sweet, when you go ham on it and lace up, sometimes it can pull your breath away from you. But this one, for whatever reason, and it's strong, but I still feel like you could probably overspray with this and get away with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't think we've really talked about what we're actually smelling. So let's kind of get into what it smells like. Because to me, it's like biting into a green apple.
Man, it's definitely like a fruit.
Yeah. It's hard to say like green apple or like a lemon lime sort of citrus.
Maybe a mixture of both or something. But it is.
Like a green lapple.
And I'm not... We're definitely going to, let's just go ahead and squash this real quick, because I know as soon as you say something like that, everybody's going to go, oh, is it like an Aventus opening?
You're
Absolutely
right.
not.
No, it's not. I mean, Aventus is a little bit sweeter than this. This is more citrus, and it's got a little bit of like, I'm going to say smoky, but it's not smoky. Yeah. It's just like a little muskiness to the bottom of it.
Dude, this thing is freaking phenomenal. I'm trying to not sound like a shill or an idiot here, but right. I'm just being for real. Like, just like if we went up to the counter somewhere and we sprayed this, when we got out to the car, I would be telling you exactly this. I'd be saying, dude, whatever the hell this is, I'm going to have to get me something like this, because this smells fucking sick.
Okay, so I'll tell you the story of how I even heard about it. Everybody, when they talk about Parfums de Marly, they always talk about Leighton or Pegasus. Those are like the ones I always hear.
I hear Leighton all the time.
But this one's been out for a few months, and I haven't really heard about it. Basically, I was at Nordstrom's. I was up at the men's area, and I was just asking, what are the new things that are out?
Yeah.
And she showed me the typical stuff. She showed me the Sauvage and the Bleu de Chanel and, you know, all this other stuff. But at some point, I was like, well, what do you sell to someone for a special occasion?
Yeah.
I know these are like typical designer fragrances. So when somebody comes in and they want something special, what do you show them? And she goes, I'll show you right now. I said, that's what I'm asking. So she takes me over, and they have like a little display set of this fragrance house, but they didn't have this one up there. No. And so she showed me a few, and I was like, oh, these are cool. And she goes, let me tell you what I really like right now for summer. And she pulled out this one and sprayed it, and I was instantly like, this one.
Yeah.
You know me, I don't have the money for it. And she told me the 100 mil cost, and it was $300 some bucks. And I was like, man, I said, I smell the quality in this. It is tempting. And she goes, well, you know, they sell a 75 mil bottle for $200.
That's not bad.
Which is still way above my budget right now.
Yeah.
But even that, I was like, oh, there's room on the credit card right now for this thing. I want it. Because it smelled incredible. And I said, you can say no. But I'm like, can I spray this on and wear it today?
Yeah.
And she said, sure, go ahead. And as I sprayed it on my, I sprayed it on each arm and kind of like one behind my neck kind of. And while I was doing that, she got the sample thing out and said, I'm going to go ahead and send you with a sample too.
Yeah.
And she made the sample.
I got to ask, since you've seen it in person, how the bottles look on this thing.
This one's kind of unique because most of their bottles are opaque.
Yeah.
But this one has like a frosted green see-through bottle. And I will say, as just a cap that you place on, it kind of clicks into place. Yeah. It is the heaviest cap that just kind of pops on there. You feel it. Like you feel the quality all the way around in this fragrance and in the bottle. And this thing, I don't know if it's an EDP. I don't know if it's an extrait. I don't know what it is, but good Lord, does it last forever.
It does, because we actually went to Lowe's that day.
Yeah.
Because we had to get this AC unit over here.
Right.
And the entire time, the drive there.
You kept commenting on it.
The entire time I kept telling you about it. In fact, let me give you an example. I keep bringing this dumbass fragrance up every episode, but it's because I wear it every now and then. But I was wearing Giorgio Beverly Hills that day.
Which is a strong, strong fragrance.
This thing is strong, okay? And I could not smell it. I could only smell his.
Yeah.
But again, when people smell Giorgio, like he can attest to this. If I spray one of that in the air, it'll fumigate this room.
Oh, one spray.
But what I'll say about this is that it overpowered the Giorgio, but where the Giorgio is loud and obnoxious, it's like in those...
Some people say screechy type ways.
Yeah,
it's a little abrasive.
It kind of like burns your nose. Where this is loud, it's like this really pretty, sweet, soft smell. I don't want to say soft. It's definitely sweet.
Sweet, citrus.
Dude, it is crazy. And I don't think we really found a citrus vibe that's really this loud, I should say.
No. And the smart thing that they did was it's not smelling like it's trying to be pineapple.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people use like bergamot and lemon zest or whatever, you can kind of tell they're working to get that pineapple aventus open.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody's looking for. And that's the first thing they think of whenever you say citrus or whatever. But this one really does have like a green apple, sort of a citrusy, something else on there too.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's a smart move because it smells different.
And what's kind of funny smelling on myself, it smells like it's not as strong as what I smelled on you the other day.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that it is strong. And if you're like right under it, your body's going to adjust to it. Does that make sense? Like your brain's going to adjust to it and not make it so loud to you, but it's loud.
I'm going to use the snooty sort of fragrance world word here, sillage, right?
Yeah.
That sort of scent trail, that sort of force field around you that when people kind of interact with, they kind of get it. This is one of the few fragrances that I've worn that people have remarked on it like you.
Dude, it's crazy.
That have said like, you left the room and that smell was still there and not in a bad way.
Yeah, I promise you, it was here when it came in. I was blown away. Okay, who is wearing this? Like, who throws this on almost like a daily driver?
Somebody who has $200 for a 75 ml bottle. Let's start with that. So
who would have $200 on?
Here's the one reason why I would say, well, I'll get into it in the skip it, sample it, buy it. But I will say, who is wearing this? If you're living in the South right now and it's hot as hell, this is a great fragrance because it's going to move even farther than it would in the cold air. It is going to project.
Yeah.
And you don't have to spray a lot at all. So given the financial cost of this thing, even if you're like, man, I'm dipping in and this is a hefty purchase for me. Yeah. I think you will get a lot out of a 75 ml bottle because you don't have to spray 5 sprays of this thing. You could literally spray 1 on each arm and 1 on your neck, 3 sprays, and it would rock hard all day.
The person I envision wearing this is a little bit opposite of me. Like, I haven't shaved in a couple of days, neck's all whatever. But you need to be, you can have a beard, all that stuff, but you got to be well maintained.
Sure.
Like, I don't want to say you got to dress nice, but, fitting and just nice, clean shave or trimmed up line. Like, have your shit together when you wear it. But when you do, man, this thing is going to look and smell baller on you, man.
Yeah, because the whatever smoky, musky bottom to this that goes along with the citrus makes it sophisticated.
It does.
So when you smell it, it isn't just all green apple.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like a Capri Sun or something. There's something going on in there that makes it a little more refined.
That's crazy, man. Okay. Skip it.
Sample it.
Buy it.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
I feel like I've been saying this the past couple episodes, but this is definitely a buy. Obviously, a save and buy.
Yeah.
And for anybody out there that is also in the same boat, then it's going to be a sample it, save, and buy.
Right. Yeah. Definitely sample it. And knowing that you can go to a Nordstrom's and check this out is kind of nice because this is still a niche brand, but the fact that they're in department stores makes it easier for you to not have to buy a sample.
Exactly.
Actually just go in and say, hey, can I spray this on my wrist and wear it around a little bit? You've got to do that with most of the fragrances out there. You've got to wear it.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times we've been fooled by the tester.
Yep.
And if you buy that before you wear it, more than likely you put it on your skin, there's going to be something that changes about the fragrance. You may love it, you may hate it, but at least sample it first.
Yeah, and I would even say when you sample stuff like this, like just wear that.
Yeah.
Don't mix anything else. Just get your honest feeling on something.
If the comment section of Fragrantica wasn't so polarizing, I would say this could be a blind buy for somebody, and I would feel good at heart recommending them just buy it without sampling.
I'm kind of glad you brought that up because, they're like really brutal on this fragrance for some reason.
Yeah.
And they keep mentioning Leighton, and what was the other one?
Pegasus is another one.
I think we need to get some samples of those too because I want to see what the hype is on those, and if they genuinely are so much better than this, I mean, I'd be blown away. Number one.
See, that's the thing is I've smelled both of them. I'm not saying they're bad fragrances, and I may be wasting episodes here by giving my opinion, but at least for me, at the time that I smelled them, I was like, yeah, they smell good.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh my God, you know. But whenever I smelled this, and maybe it's because I was searching for that summer fragrance.
Yeah.
Right now, don't show me something sweet. I'm not looking for it. Give me 4 or 5 months and then I'm going to be looking for sweet fragrances. But right now, I'm really looking for clean, crisp summer fragrances, citrus.
Yeah.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that linen, soapy type stuff. I'm looking for those right now. And my judgment could have been swayed because of, my intent. But when this hit, I was like, wow, I'm surprised I'm not hearing about this on top 10 summer fragrances for your...
Yeah.
Because this one is one to look at.
It really is. I implore everybody to seriously, at the very least, if you can find a store near you that has it, just go sample it.
Go sample it. For me, it's a buy.
Yeah.
I mean, but I've been sampling it, so it would be unfair for me to recommend buying it without sampling. Now that I've worn this a couple times and gotten such positive reviews about it from other people around me, I know it's one that I'm going to feel confident putting on. And if I'm getting a little bit sweaty outside, I know I'm going to smell good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important to me that like when we're working or whatever, I want to have the confidence that like, okay, I smell good.
I'm with you, man.
So
we're pretty boys.
Hey, that's it. I'm like making sure my fingernails are nice.
Manicured, soft hands.
That's right. Every night I lay down, rub the bottom of my feet, make sure no corns are popping up. But yeah, so for me, if it wasn't so polarizing, I would say this is a blind buy, and I'd say buy it, 100% buy it.
Yeah.
I've sampled it. I know that I love it. You've had great response out of it, but since there are some voices out there, and who knows, they could be trolls, but either way, could be a buy.
Yeah.
This is definitely one that I know we say go sample it, go sample it, go sample it. This is one I'm begging you to go try out for the summer.
Well, if you enjoyed today's episode and you want to hear more like it, make sure to hit the follow button on whatever your streaming platform is.
Yeah, okay.
Also, if you would like to hit us up in an email, you can write us at thecolognepodcast@gmail.com. And we love to hear any type of feedback. I promise you, good, bad, the ugly. We love it all. I promise you.
That's right. And if you got terrible service at Starbucks and decided to hold on to that tip, feel free to go to buymeacoffee.com/Cologne podcast and put it there. I'm just kidding. Always tip. It says more about you than them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if you get bad service, it's always better to tip.
Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, that's today's episode. We really did appreciate you. Please stop by some more. We love hearing from you, and we love that you're listening to us. Spray it up, y'all.
Spray it up, y'all.